Hello, everybody. This is a very exciting experiment for this week that I'm very excited about. This is where we get to figure out how much energy a Cheeto contains by setting it on fire. It's pretty awesome. I just want to explain a little bit about it because it can get a little confusing, but you've got this for sure. You've got this for sure. So the first thing to do would be to watch the experiment video. You can click on it here or right down here. Either of those works for me. But to understand why we're doing this, we need to understand that consumers get energy from food. We're trying to figure out how much energy we can get from a flaming hot Cheeto. A unit of energy is a calorie. I'm sure many people have heard of that before, but the technical definition of a calorie is the amount of energy needed to raise 1 milliliter of water 1 degree Celsius. So what we're going to do is we set a flaming Cheeto underneath a little flask of water, and we recorded how much temperature that water increased, and we noticed how much mass, how much weight of the Cheeto lost. So by calculating those two things, we can figure out how many calories the Cheeto really has. So here's your instructions. Watch the video and follow along and record in this data table what the mass of the Cheeto was before, what it was after the burning, what the temperature of the water was before we burnt the Cheeto, and what it was afterwards. And then subtract the two of those to figure out what the difference, what the change in mass was, and what the change in temperature was. After you get that information, we can go down to our calculations. Because we had 50 milliliters of water, we need to multiply our change in temperature by 50. That's what we fill in here. Then you take that number and you move it down to here. So change in temperature divided by the change in mass. Those are the two values you found in this table. And that will give you the amount of calories in the Cheeto. Simple as that. And then record your total amount down here. The post-lab questions are very interesting. We need to think about the Cheeto as a unit of energy. Not as a unit of energy, but as a way to release energy. So think about that and try to do your best to answer these questions. We're going to be doing this math in class, so if you get stuck on that, just ask for help. I'm happy to help with any of that. It's a very cool experiment, and I hope it goes well.